Well, throughout the month of March, KELOLAND News has highlighted several women working to make South Dakota a better place for everyone. Melissa Dittberner has worked for the last 2 decades to help people in Vermilion, Sioux Falls, and other areas with addiction treatments. KELOLAND's Renee Ortiz brings us her story.
Melissa Dittberner, or Dr. Mo to her students,
what are some other signs or symptoms we might see?
Is one of the head lecturers in the University of South Dakota's Addiction Counseling and Prevention Department.
I teach everything from like the entry-level courses to drugs and alcohol, counseling skills, telehealth, just kind of mentor them to be people who work out in the field.
But her knowledge of addiction goes beyond teaching. It was a part of her life.
I'm almost 21 years in recovery from methamphetamines, and then 13 and a half years in recovery from alcohol. I was a high school dropout. I dropped out in 9th grade. And so I didn't really have a lot of what that looked like. I became a single mom and I became a welder. When I got into recovery and decided that I was ready to start giving back to this community and lifting up voices, I realized that I had to get a little bit of education to be able to fit into the spaces that I wanted.
Dr. Mo started her journey here at USD in 2008. Over the course of 10 years, she was able to obtain her bachelor's degree, her master's degree, and eventually a PhD. She now teaches here at Patterson Halls every Tuesdays and Thursdays. Sophomore Kate Nash began her first class with Dr. Mo this semester.
I've never been exposed to drug use and stuff like this, so hearing all of the speakers that she has, bringing them in, and it's just a lot of fun to hear their stories and how it impacted them.
Nash says she's learned so much about addiction prevention and how to be empathetic towards those who are struggling.
She's willing to share her story and have other people share their stories to make us more open-minded about the subject. I think it's great and it's very inspiring that you can be so low, but then build yourself up and make yourself a better person.
Which is Dr. Mo's goal with her teaching.
Being able to take their lens that might look like this and just kind of expand it just a little bit, that's really my goal for my students, is to be able to just expand the horizon and give them alternate looks at different things that they may have had a really solid view on.
In addition to her work at USD, she's also worked with communities across the state to create addiction prevention programs like Straight Up Care Telehealth and Midwest Street Medicine. Dr. Mo says she wants to work with these communities to break the stigma of drug use.
Just because I had struggled in the past with addiction doesn't mean that's the end of where I'm at. That's just kind of like that pause until I could move on to the next piece. And that next piece is really being able to give back and hold space for the people in that pause to get them to their next place too.
And she's found a way to do that on a daily basis. For Remarkable Women, I'm Renee Ortiz.
Dittberner has trained more than 2,500 people in South Dakota how to use Narcan. In addition to her own nonprofits, she works as a board member with Emily's Hope.